Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Douglas Clark. We're going to begin in South Jersey, where residents are cleaning up after a powerful storm system hit the area. A 6-year-old boy from Camden is dead. His 12-year-old sister critically injured after her throat was slit. For the second time in 2 days, a United Airlines flight leaving Newark Airport had to make an emergency landing. Some good news for drivers as we head into the July 4th holiday. Authorities are investigating an incident at the Garden State Plaza Mall. There have been unconfirmed reports of shots fired. Well, he did it again. Governor Christie did not mince words today at a press conference. When you're not paying attention sometimes, which has happened to I think all of us at some point, and you get caught and you have to scrape off your car with your bare hands, then you realize. Did you hear that Paula Abdul, I guess, is going to be hosting Star Search?
Wouldn't that just be awful?
That could be good TV, though. And he's layering on the whipped cream, so I can see this is a low-fat dish here. Okay, good. Just to keep people up to date on what's going on, there was an incident at the Garden State Plaza Mall earlier tonight. There were unconfirmed reports of shots fired. It was a chaotic scene. People were running from the mall. There were evacuations, but it may have been, and again, this is unconfirmed. We are still working to get confirmation from police sources, but there was, we know, a car fire outside the mall. There it is, some cell phone video, and we know some tires blew out as a result of that fire, and that may have been what people mistook for gunshots. So again, we will continue to follow this story. There's some cell phone video from inside the mall as people were trying to get out when they heard those loud bangs. The stores were on lockdown, and people were either running out of the front of the mall or they were being escorted outside the rear entrances if they were inside stores. If you know someone who is at the mall tonight, either they're working at the mall, they were perhaps seeing a movie there, they were eating at a restaurant, and you want to get in touch with them, if you want to pick them up perhaps. The roads are jammed, as Runji mentioned. However, Bergen County Police are setting up a staging area at the ball fields near the mall. It's on Paramus Road. You can pick up loved ones there if you know somebody who is at the mall. You're trying to get in touch with them. You're trying to pick them up. Again, Bergen County Police have set up a staging area for people at the ball fields off of Paramus Road. So we will continue to follow this story, bring you more updates as they become available.
This is News 12 New Jersey.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Douglas Clark. We're going to get to those stories in just a minute. But first, police lined the streets around a Watchung home during a police standoff. People who live in that neighborhood were not allowed to go back into their homes as the situation played out. Neighbors who live near this home on Upper Drive say a suicidal man barricaded himself inside for nearly 5 hours earlier tonight. SWAT teams were called to the scene, but the ordeal was eventually resolved peacefully. One neighbor we spoke with says he listened to what was going on using his police scanner.
He said he was doing it.
The Somerset County prosecutor is handling the investigation. We'll have an update when more information is available. For the second time in 2 days, a United Airlines flight leaving Newark Airport had to make an emergency landing. The FAA says United Flight 409 bound for Seattle returned to the airport at about 9:15 this morning after reports of possible smoke in the cabin and cockpit. No injuries were reported. Last night, a United flight to Germany had to return to the airport after experiencing engine trouble. A 15-year-old girl has been charged with arson and attempted murder. She's accused of trying to kill her entire family by setting their house on fire. It happened early yesterday morning in Clayton. That's in Gloucester County. Prosecutors say 6 family members, including the girl, were injured in that fire. She now faces 2 counts of aggravated arson and 6 counts of attempted murder. Police in Howell say a driver was drunk when his car careened into a house. It happened early this morning on Asbury Avenue. Police say the driver lost control and hit the house, causing structural damage. The driver, 47-year-old Andrew Keys, was taken to the hospital. He's charged with DWI. A little bit of the Dominican Republic came to Perth Amboy today. At least one car was draped with the Dominican flag over the hood in celebration of this weekend's Dominican Festival. It was held today at Bayview Park. They were celebrating the 148th anniversary of the Dominican Republic's restoration of independence. The highlights of the event, of course, good music and good food, from plantains to chicharron and sweet corn.
An excellent festival.
More than 15,000 people attended the festival yesterday. They were hoping for even more today. Beautiful but dangerous. Either way, it's a sight to see. Coming up, water spouts sprinkle a major lake and conditions are ripe for more. Plus, out of a job and out of luck, how the unemployed are coping as jobless numbers in New Jersey reach an all-time high. It's a tough task for anyone, finding a job when you're out of work, but with the state's unemployment rate reaching a record 9.8% last week, more and more people are having to make tough decisions at home as they try to get back on someone's payroll. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating reports from Woodbridge. And Mr. Rossi says he'll likely have to accept a pay cut when he does find that new job. People on Lake Michigan may get another chance to see a fascinating yet frightening force of nature. Take a look. It's a water spout. In fact, 9 of them formed on Lake Michigan yesterday, and forecasters say conditions could trigger more today. The Weather Service says boaters should be on alert. Winds around water spouts can reach up to 60 miles an hour. Meteorologist Michelle Powers joining us now. We don't have to worry about that so much around here, but we do have to worry about some sprinkles out there, huh?
Yes, we could.
All right, Michelle, thank you. Coming up in News 12 New Jersey Sports, lots of kids get to go to basketball camp, but how many feature the NBA's reigning Rookie of the Year? We're going to camp with Kyrie Irving next. A teenager from Finland will probably need a new phone. This after he broke a world record in the annual mobile phone throwing contest. The 18-year-old launched the phone from more than 330 feet. Organizers say the competition offers mobile phone users a unique opportunity to, quote, pay back all the frustrations and disappointments caused by these modern devices, unquote. Finland is the home of Nokia, by the way, and is apparently overrun with obsolete phones. That is according to organizers. Well, 2 brothers from Westchester County have an advertising concept that is on a roll. Literally, it is on a roll of toilet paper. We can't make this stuff up. They've created toilet paper with advertisements. The men, who are just 22 and 18, expect their product to appear this fall at a local library. The one brother was initially skeptical, but then came to see it as advertising to, quote, a really captive audience. No kidding. The brothers from Rybrook have entered their concept in a contest run by Entrepreneur Magazine. We'll see you back here tomorrow.